R. Kelly, the king of R&B who became Hollywood's most wanted. And finally, we have R. Kelly, the most clear-cut case of someone who absolutely deserved to be banned from Hollywood and everywhere else. For over 20 years, Kelly faced allegations of sexual abuse, particularly involving minors. We're talking about a pattern that started in the 90s with his illegal marriage to 15-year-old Aaliyah. But somehow, someway, this man kept making music and staying relevant, despite lawsuit after lawsuit. The turning point was 2019 when Surviving R. Kelly aired and everything came crashing down. The documentary was devastating. Survivors like Asante McGee spoke out, saying he controlled every aspect of my life. The evidence was overwhelming. RCA Records dropped him like a hot potato. Spotify removed his music from playlists, and Kelly went from Grammy winner to federal prisoner faster than you can say, "I believe I can fly." Kelly is now serving 30 years in prison, with an additional year from a 2022 conviction. His appeals were denied in February 2025, meaning he's locked up until at least 2045. The crazy part? Even from prison, Kelly claims he's written 25 new albums and is still trying to make music. But let's be real, this is one Hollywood ban that's never getting lifted. Kevin Spacey, the fall from grace that shocked the world. Kevin Spacey's story is absolutely wild because this dude was untouchable in Hollywood. 2 Oscars, House of Cards, The Usual Suspects, he was acting royalty. Then 2017 happened, and everything changed in the blink of an eye. When Anthony Rapp accused Spacey of making a sexual advance toward him when Rapp was just 14, it was like watching a controlled demolition. Within hours, over 30 men came forward with similar allegations. Hollywood moved faster than I've ever seen. House of Cards fired him immediately, and they literally reshot all his scenes in All the Money in the World with Christopher Plummer. But here's where Spacey's story gets interesting. Unlike some others on this list, he's actually fighting his way back. He was cleared of charges in London in 2023, won a civil case in 2024, and now he's directing movies again. In May 2025, he even got a Lifetime Achievement Award at Cannes. The industry is still split on Spacey. Some people think he deserves a second chance after being legally cleared, while others believe certain lines can never be uncrossed. It's one of the most controversial comebacks we've ever seen. Taylor Lautner, the teen heartthrob who couldn't escape his werewolf past. Okay, Taylor Lautner is kind of the odd man out on this list because he didn't really get banned per se, but his career nosedived so hard after Twilight that it might as well have been a ban. Remember when Lautner was everywhere? Team Jacob shirts, screaming teenage fans, the whole 9 yards. But here's the brutal truth about Hollywood. If you can't prove you're more than just one character, you're toast. Abduction in 2011 was supposed to be Lautner's big break into action movies. Instead, it was a massive flop that basically proved he couldn't carry a movie without Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. Critics absolutely destroyed it, and suddenly all those big-budget projects like Max Steel and Stretch Armstrong just disappeared. Hollywood is ruthless with former teen heartthrobs. One day, you're the hottest thing since sliced bread. The next day, casting directors won't return your agent's calls. Lautner basically got typecasted out of relevance. The good news? He seems genuinely happy with his quieter life, married to his wife Taylor, and he's not bitter about how things went down. Sometimes knowing when to step back is the smartest move you can make. Michael Pitt, the newest addition to Hollywood's blacklist. Michael Pitt was building a solid career with standout roles in Boardwalk Empire and indie films, but 2025 brought some absolutely devastating allegations that could end his career permanently. In May 2025, literally just this year, Pitt was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting his ex-girlfriend and attacking her with a cinder block and wooden plank. We're talking 9 serious charges here, including sexual abuse and strangulation. This isn't some minor controversy, these are life-destroying allegations. Pitt pleaded not guilty, and his lawyer is confident the case will be dismissed. But let's be real in today's Hollywood climate, allegations this serious are often career killers regardless of legal outcomes. He's out on $100,000 bail with a court date in June, but his career is essentially on life support. This is Hollywood's newest potential ban in real time, folks. Jim Caviezel. When faith meets conspiracy theories. Jim Caviezel is a fascinating case because his ban from Hollywood isn't your typical scandal story. This guy played Jesus Christ in The Passion of the Christ, one of the highest-grossing R-rated movies ever, and then claimed Hollywood blacklisted him for his faith. Caviezel said industry bigwigs literally told him, "You'll never work in this town again," after taking on the Jesus role. But here's where it gets really wild. Fast forward to 2021, and Caviezel starts promoting some seriously out there QAnon conspiracy theories, including claims about adrenochroming of children. Now, whether you believe Hollywood initially blacklisted him for religious reasons or not, his dive into conspiracy theories definitely didn't win him any friends in Tinseltown. The mainstream industry basically wrote him off completely. But plot twist. His movie Sound of Freedom became a surprise hit in 2023, proving there's still an audience for his work, even if Hollywood won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. TJ Miller. From comedy gold to comedy graveyard. TJ Miller was absolutely killing it. He was the breakout star of HBO's Silicon Valley, voiced characters in huge animated movies, and was basically everywhere you looked. Then 2017 happened, and everything went sideways. A woman came forward accusing Miller of sexual assault during the college days. Miller denied everything, calling her a stalker. But the damage was already done. Then, as if that wasn't enough, dude got arrested in 2018 for calling in a fake bomb threat on an Amtrak train. Like, what were you thinking, man? Word on the street was that Miller was also being a total nightmare to work with on Silicon Valley. Cast and crew were reportedly fed up with his antics, and HBO was like, "We're done with this guy." His exit from the show was swift, and suddenly Miller went from being in Deadpool movies to doing small-time stand-up gigs. That's Hollywood for you. One minute you're on top of the world, the next you're persona non grata. Miller's still doing comedy and taking smaller roles, but he's nowhere near the level he was at before everything hit the fan. Katherine Heigl. The diva who bit the hand that fed her. Let's kick things off with Katherine Heigl. You know her from Grey's Anatomy and those rom-coms your mom loves. But here's the thing. Heigl basically torpedoed her own career by running her mouth at the worst possible time. Picture this. It's 2007, and Heigl just starred in the massive hit Knocked Up with Seth Rogen. Instead of riding that wave to superstardom, she decided to throw the movie under the bus, calling it a little sexist. Seth Rogen felt totally betrayed. I mean, the dude basically made her career with that film. But wait, it gets worse. The next year, she pulled the ultimate power move by withdrawing herself from Emmy consideration for Grey's Anatomy, basically saying the show's writing wasn't good enough for her. Can you imagine? The show that made her a household name, and she's trash-talking the writers publicly. Hollywood execs were like, who does this chick think she is? Reports started flying about her being a total diva on set, and boom, her career went from red hot to ice cold faster than you could say McDreamy. The crazy part? Heigl actually bounced back. She's been killing it on Netflix Firefly Lane, and seems to have learned her lesson about burning bridges in Hollywood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.